On this episode, we deal with a haboob in the aftermath of a tornado that raged through the neighborhood, hit our compound, hit the bus. Salvage once did sustain some damage. A few of our other projects also did, on its way back out into the desert. So let's go over some of the stuff today. This will be a short episode. We just got to do a lot of cleanup now, so check it out. To our channel, where we have an absolutely unscripted build. We don't know what we're doing from week to week. We have no idea if we're even going to make it out of the desert. But if we do, we plan on having some pretty awesome adventures, and we want you guys along for the ride. This is Salvage 1 Bus Life Adventures. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what's left of a signpost that was out here and got twisted and turned into a taco by a little tornado that ran through here yesterday. And we're going to be seeing a whole bunch of other little pieces of devastation. So now you can see all these houses are untouched, and that was right next to that post. And these houses, we got a little water and a little dusty and dirty on them, but no damage. Places on this side of the street, not so lucky. This guy here had that unit tore off the top of his house. I don't know if you can see that. See my finger. Yeah, this thing right here tore off the roof of his house. And there's the front of it smashed up because the tornado ran right across the front of his house, tore apart his patio, and it kind of skipped right over this guy's house and just threw a bunch of stuff that was in his yard. Normally keeps his yard really nice and neat, but trashed his yard on its way past. But luckily it didn't tear apart his house. Now this guy had this tree here mangled. I don't know if you can see all those broken branches, but the tornado ran right over his tree and tore off all the big branches and threw them all over the place. And then, let's see if they did any damage to his house. I think they did a little bit of damage. So you can see his garage there. Part of his roof got tore off. Started with the siding and then went right into the house. Some of his lawn art stuff got tossed around, but again, most of it bypassed his house. So he's lucky. This guy's trailer got pushed over off of its little foundation. He had it all set up on blocks nice and even, but it got knocked over off. Luckily, the rest of his house didn't get trashed. I think, yeah, there he's been picking up all the debris that was in his yard, and his pickup truck's all full. look there. It looks like something went through a windshield of his truck, maybe. The front of that truck got tore up. These were perfectly fine vehicles just a week ago when I last drove by here. Now they're all messed up. This poor guy's place got totaled. That was a porch that was attached to the front of his house, which got totally ripped off and smashed and pulverized as the thing came across here. Twisted up part of his fence. This was a good straight fence. Now you can see it's all twisted and warped a little bit. That's because the tornado ran right over it and then hit the front of his house and tore off his porch, and then continued on. And then it swerved over and hit this guy's place. You can see his roof everything's all tore up. Half of his building, this was a work building that he had, is all tore up. You can actually see the path on the ground where it started right around. It's kind of hard to show you, but you can see where it went right across the guy's fence again, and then hit that side of the house. Went pretty much right over that car. I don't know if it moved the car or did any damage to the car, but you can see where it hit the house right behind it, that building, and then basically tore the roof off of it. And then over here you can see where it continued on and flattened that guy's fence. So this was a mobile home that was just going in. They just brought it in and had it set up where they were going to put the two halves together and make it a home, and then, that's flipped over now. It's completely on its roof, totally destroyed. Tornado came across and took that out. And here's some twisted and broken up metal here from somebody's roof. It looks like a solar panel, piece of a solar panel there, and then somebody's roof or wall there. Probably came from across the street where that flipped over house is. So that's messed up. There's another solar panel. Ripped off somebody's house and now laying on the ground all mangled up. There's another shot of that house flipped upside down. Over here was the other part of it before they got to put it together. That one's flipped over on its side, flipped over the other way. So that's all messed up now. That whole house is trashed and gone. Another guy's house, trashed. He had his porch also ripped off and thrown back down. You see now it's collapsed down there on the front of his house. And he has this building out here in the back in front of those white pickup trucks. That building, the whole side of it was tore off. And now here we are at the compound. This is the entrance to the compound and the front house. You can see the roof is all damaged. Looks like big chunks of it were tore off. There's some metal we've been picking up. There's a big scrap of metal there. You can see the side of this building. We'll try and get a little closer if I can get into that part of the driveway where the paint was completely stripped off of that one side of the shed. See if I can get a little closer. Yeah, see the paint is completely stripped off of there. Just that one side. And here's the bus. Let's see what happened to the bus. Hopefully not. The back window. If you can see that. I'm gonna get out and show you. See the damage. Hopefully there's nothing else. Well, the back window got caved in. Something went crashing through it or hit it. Tornado definitely came through here. You can see the path on the ground. Look how far it got blasted inside, all the way to the bed and past the bed. So stuff in there got totally messed up. I gotta go inside and survey the damage. I'm looking around the back and I don't see anything else broken, but something got put right through that window with enough force to knock glass 20 feet into the bus. That's crazy. So I'm trying not to slosh through all the mud, so I'm checking all the windows to make sure nothing else got broken, nothing else got damaged. Yeah, one of the windows got knocked down, so I'm pretty sure that's all flooded. Ah, Lord, this is not good. And I think somebody came into the bus just to survey the damage directly after the storm, so I'm pretty sure there's all mud sloshed through there now. Alrighty. Yeah, we had a couple of the windows were open. The carpets are totally trashed with mud and water, so I gotta get all those pulled out and cleaned. Luckily, none of the windows on this side came down. That's where the force of the tornado was. But now you can see the back here, how far all the glass got knocked in. And I'm sure the roof was all leaking, so all this stuff is all saturated and wet. Yeah, every other thing here is all soaked. Luckily this cover is on here, so all this stuff is all wet on top, but the bed itself is dry. Crap. Look at that. Gonna be mosquitoes for days. All the glass, everything here. It's just stupid. But technically it survived a hurricane. Or not a hurricane, a tornado. Stuff got pushed around and knocked around and banged around, but still standing. Clean up once again. Well, taped it up for now. Keep out any more rain. And hopefully we won't get any more haboobs and or tornadoes running through here. But now I gotta go to like AAA bus and see if they got a replacement glass and buy that. They should. They deal in the Thomas buses and have all those doors and glass and everything. So that's my next thing. I can't believe it. Trashed. This whole thing is trashed. Whole thing has to be pulled out. Everything has to be pulled out again that's not bolted down and then cleaned again. Can't believe how many times I've had to clean this thing and I haven't even gone anywhere with it yet. Crazy. Well, I don't know how well you can see that, but here comes another storm. We'll follow right up. Be day 3 or 4 in a row. Yesterday or last night was the tornado, and it looks like we're going to be getting another one, or at least a storm good enough to generate one. But here it comes again.